Football League. And we'll see Tony Pollard. He had a nice effort a week ago with a pair of touchdowns. It's the Bears and the Saints on Monday Night Prime Time.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Caesars Superdome. Tonight, we wrap up Week 11 with a good Monday nighter between the Chicago Bears and the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they interplay. They coming off their very first loss of the year, suffered a week ago.
Yeah, it will not be a perfect season, but I'm interested to see how they bounce back now that they know that chasing the 1972 Dolphins is out the window.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
Coming out of Ohio State, one of the top prospects in the NFL draft, and it was so big that they moved up in the draft to get him, to make sure that they had him. And, boys, he got the full package. Loves the game, big-time arm, 4.4 speed, so good that another quarterback prospect said to him, "What's it feel like to run 4.4? Everybody wants to be that fast."
The rushing numbers for Pollard last week, north of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
On second down, here's the option. They'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. Not much on that one, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Knocked that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle the quarterback just says, "Hey, who's going to make a play for him?"
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5. The CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Now as young as they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back. And now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Here's Fields. And it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints.
Let's face it, everybody at the start of a game has a mental image of how they expect it to go, and I think that was going exactly as they scripted it offensively. Moving the ball well, seemingly in control, and that fumble, that's got to be a little bit deflating, don't you think?
Yeah, foiled the whole plan there, turned the ball over. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year of the NFL now.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, and with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara to about the 48-yard line. This defense for the Bears, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. The Saints at 8-1 on the year, and they coming off their very first loss in the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins and take it and throw it right out the window, right? But let's face it, not many teams talk about that or even have interest in it. All they want to do right now is bounce back after that loss.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Corral. There's Chris Olave. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, Charles, it's early, but that's a key 3rd down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary football if they're able to cash this in, isn't it, partner? Because defense does this job, takes it away, turns over the offense. Let's pick up a nice 1st down there. Maybe it's time to think about taking a shot at the end zone because it looks like the field goal is almost assured.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Finding Waddle crossing the field and bringing it in. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their 1st drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. A stop there on 3rd. They cut home to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at them with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. Out is Carlson now for the Raider field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chip-in. Carlson able to put this one through. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So the defense are able to force their 1st turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fields. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. They'll run left with Pollard. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Even with a 3rd and 2 coming up, they got 8 yards there. Yeah, Fields. Flushed. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. So here are the Saints to take over. They were losers a week ago to the Texans, but they're on top right now as they start this drive out 1st and 10. On the play fake, Corral. He completes it to Olave. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 41-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 41. Now a throw here to his running back. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Corral from the gun on 3rd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
But, partner, anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a 3rd down attempt.
So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably what they were looking for.
You're exactly right about that. Not what they were looking for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
And he returns this to the 22. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. They are still in search of their first points in the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down. Now it's Fields. Pass to Tony Pollard out of the backfield. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They run straight ahead here with Pollard, and he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And, Brandon, you know that expression, he just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does is just find avenues.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga, and the Bears are going to take possession of the football. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
Teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception, you got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
On first down, it's Fields. That's complete to Tony. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of the defense.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jeremy Chin in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. From the 50, here's Fields. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Yeah, and on third down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force fourth down.
Now the Saints coming back out ready to go for this next drive. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group. And sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. First down. Here's Corral with it. Finding Knox there. Complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And it's 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
The kicker fest so far, all points via field. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Marquise Brown, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And he's got it to make it now 13-0. So that drive span 5 plays. And it's capped off on a touchdown run of 6 yards. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. But the Bears going to take over now late in this first half. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something. Being shut out right now, they could really use some momentum before they head into halftime. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Another try after the first down sack. Fields calling a gain of 3 on the play. And Elliott is staring at a third and long here. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. This time they stay on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Corral sets up play action. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
A final shot before the half for Corral. And that is incomplete. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Aaron Jones, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, it's up to Highmark Stadium to check in on the Bills. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Miami Dolphins. Khalil Shakir, well over 100 yards receiving with 3 touchdown catches. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Jordan Love, strong as usual in the victory as his guys run their record now to 7-3. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Bears. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Saints, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. Both teams going through their final halftime adjustments. We're about ready to get back to football. And to bring you the second half from the Superdome, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Saints set to go here to begin the third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box, establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Kamara trying the right side. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. An inside give, Brown. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a handoff looking right. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, this is the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara.
Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down, and the Bears will get the football back. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. Off-play action, Fields. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Kenneth Murray gets him for a loss of 5. He was so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's exhibit A. Fields. And that will be incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Fakes a handoff here. Corral.
Rolling
to his left. Finds his man. That's Olave on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a two-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Corral on 2nd down. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
This will be caught. It's Waddle. Touchdown, Saints. Jalen Waddle with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Saints will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Great corner out there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, then you're breaking away to that corner. But that was well executed.
Now the Saints offense will remain on the field and go for 2. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Only got a couple of yards to gain there in the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. Take it in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Alontae Taylor up to make the tackle.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Fields throw taken in by Watkins here. So the completion good for just 4. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2. For the evolution of the game and how these guys and plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive. It just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, we talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So,
back now here live in New Orleans. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Fields on 3rd down. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equinemius St. Brown. And he will have the Bears' first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. On first down, Fields. And that is incomplete here. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Fields. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down. thing I think that's safe to say defensively. The tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he is going to have the Bears first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Now Fields. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 2nd and 10, Fields. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Past the 20. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's a give up the middle. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter. Carlson now to add the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Onto the field now come the Bears. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Meanwhile, Fields' throw caught by Tony. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Fields throw there, hauled in by Claypool. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. To the air again, Fields. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
You see this a lot on corner blitzes because they don't often get a shot at the quarterback, so they want to take it when they can. But this time, the hit came too late. Easy call for the official.
Here's Fields. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Now it's
Fields. Touchdown! Hayden Hurst, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Bears are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be stopped at the 37. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And a short gain here down to the 22. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and minicamps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They run. It's Kamara. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
That was 4th and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't 4th and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in those situations, 4th and 3, 4th and 4. That's a lot. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Saints are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit, but for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Taking it about the 1. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something.
The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Finding Waddle crossing the field and bringing it in. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000 is a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
Corral with it. First down here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. This was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were having in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football's all about. A true team game, and they got it done in this one.
So for the Saints, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Arizona Cardinals next week. Meanwhile, for the Bears, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday at noon Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Detroit.